Hello, my beautiful souls. This is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're here looking at your 2017 forecast. Thank you so much for everyone who is watching and who has subscribed and shared this video. I am so grateful to all of you. So much love and joy to everyone who's watching and everyone who keeps coming back. It's so great to get to know all of you, and thank you. Thank you. Full of gratitude. Also, all of my readings resonate with your sun, moon, or rising sign. So make sure to go to the to the website that I have linked below to look at your natal chart. And then you can look where your sun, your moon, or your rising sign is. And also, you know what? Sometimes I resonate with different signs because we all have all 12 signs in our natal chart. And some months I feel more Scorpio and some months I feel more Aquarius. And if I feel that in my heart, then I go and I listen to it because a lot of times those resonate with me in a way that I hadn't anticipated. So, don't always be so narrow that you have to just listen to your sun sign. A lot of times my rising sign resonates first and foremost. So stay open to your heart and it will guide you. The deck I am using for this yearly forecast is the Prisma Visions deck, created by James Eads. He's amazing. The art on this is incredible and deep and lush and passionate and just, I love it. So I have linked his website below so you can go look at his site and get a deck of your own. Gorgeous deck. I'm also offering yearly readings for 2017. You can go to my website, email me, and we can set up a time to link up, or I can create a video for you and send it to you. And it's really reasonably priced, and I love being able to do readings for you. It's one of my many joys. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I do daily inspiration card pulls every day just to give you something to think about throughout the day. And always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, answers, feel free to email me, or you can just leave a comment below. Always know that I will respond to every single comment that you leave, the good, the bad, the ugly. We all have all sides to us, and I recognize all of them. So thank you again. So much love, joy, and blessings. Remember, listen to your heart, and your body will follow. Hello, Capricorn. This is Julie with Into Heartspace, and we're here looking at the energy surrounding you for 2017. So we're going to look at the entire year and the general kind of forecast of the months ahead. So 2017 Capricorn, what is the general information? What is the energy guidance that we have for Capricorn? 2017. What guidance? What energies? What messages? Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. Guide us. Energy. Messages. Okay. And the energy that is surrounding you for the rest, or not for the rest, but for 2016 is the moon. So 2016 Capricorn was emotional, and it was hard to sometimes keep emotions together. It was a ride. It was, just like the tides. You were up and then you were down, and it was a difficult time in that regards. Yeah, the moon is ruled by Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Neptune. So it's this idea of, not being connected with boundaries. You just didn't have any boundaries. Everything was in a haze going in and out, in and out. Then we have the Tower. So this is January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay. So this is so funny. It's not funny, but it's interesting that the Tower is in the middle for you. And what was the sign that had the Tower in 2016? Sagittarius. Sagittarius was just coming out of this, and you're kind of going into it. So there's going to be some shifts in 2017. So really make sure that you are grounded and that you know your foundation very clearly, because there are some cracks in the foundation that, you're getting some hints about what they are, but I don't think you want to focus on it, Capricorn, and you really need to. You need to know that some things have to shift, some things need to change, and if you don't change them in 2017, universe will change them for you. So make sure that you are really paying attention in that regards. And it could be fast and it'll be quick. Okay, January we have the 8 of Chalices. So this is kind of like almost walking into the fog, not knowing exactly what you want to do or how you want to get there. It's like a confusion. It's not being able to see what is to come. You just know that you have to go there. You have to turn your back on something. No longer, the past is no longer serving you, and though you don't know what's coming up in the future, you know that's where you need to go. So it's going into the unknown. So in January, that's going to be the feeling, is that you're going to feel like you have to go there, even though you don't know what it is. Have faith. Have faith. If you can have faith in yourself and what you need to do, you will get paid handsomely for it. And you'll get that spidey sense. You'll get that feeling inside that's like, okay, I don't know, this is terrifying, but I need to go. I need to go and do this. And maybe you have to leave a job, and maybe you need to leave a relationship, and maybe you need to do both, because emotionally there's some really deep unrest that's going on, and so you have to leave some things behind and start some things fresh. And as soon as you do that, look at this 9 of Chalices. You're going to be really content. So I already know, I just know, looking at your deck here, looking at your spread, the Tower will happen most likely in January. And it's going to be, so you're going to be taking care of everything that happens because of what happens in January. And if you deal with it in the way that is appropriate for you, which is no matter what you have to do, you need to deal with it head on. And if you do that, February, you're going to be really happy with where you are and who you're with and your situation. You're going to feel really content, and you're going to be able to see a future that you can really grasp and hold on to happily. And once you're in that position of of content, you can really start to go in and out of different realms. You can really start to focus on yourself in different areas of your life. Like you've been in fight or flight for so long now that it's just, you haven't had a chance to really work on your connection to source, your connection to your higher mind, And so this is a time in March that you really get to reconnect and rekindle that inner love and strength of self. And this is actually related to the moon, so that's interesting. And the moon is Cancer, So, and you had that in 2016. So you could have had, somebody who was a Cancer who was close to you or you loved, and in 2016 that you loved, and it just took you on an emotional ride. And so here we are with the High Priestess, the moon. So this is like the higher level of the moon, higher octave in a way. And so I don't feel like this person is actually romantic, or was romantic in 2016 and you had to break it off. But now you see the lessons that you needed to learn from that relationship, and you take the higher road and recognize how important like your emotional stability is. All right, so March, April, we have the Ten of Wands. So so this I really feel like is related to work, and you're gonna have. I feel like you're gonna get a raise in April. In April, you're gonna get a raise. You're gonna get more responsibility. Now you're excited about this, but then at the same time, you're like, shoot, that means that's a lot more work. Do I want to take that on? And so that's going to be the dilemma: is, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting there, but do I really want to be there? And um, and I think, I mean, like, let's just see. Yes, you take it, go for it. We have the Six of Pentacles. This is enjoying one another, enjoying space with others, community, sharing, giving and receiving nicely. So, this newfound career, this new level that you have reached is going to connect you to others in a very beautiful way. Okay. And then we have the Empress, and this is May. So the Empress is ruled by Venus, and Venus is ruled by Taurus and Libra. So this is, I mean, of course, the Empress is just lush and beautiful, and I really feel like this is somebody coming in for you. That could be, Venusian, just beautiful, sexy, fertile, fertile with life. And, they're going to bring that in for you. And they're also, I mean, yeah, this is definitely going to be a love relationship. Yes. This is May. So May, you're going to meet somebody who really just lightens you up, and you feel really connected to in a sensual way. And I think that's going to be really nice for you. In June, the Wheel of Fortune happens, and so finally luck is on your side. Finally things are starting to really connect, and really you're starting to see a future that you love, and it's just like back to February in a way of okay, the world wants me to go a certain place, and I know that it will be challenging, but I'm really excited about it. I have this new love in my life. I got promoted in work. Like, things are really starting to work out for me finally. Like, I went through a really tough time at the beginning of the year, but now, like, things are working out. Things are working out okay. And you're going to be able to, at this point, really start thinking of your future and saving. Like, you're going to have enough to really fall back on, and get things going in that way. Like, and I know, Capricorn, that's really important for you, is to feel solid, and this is going to be your chance to make sure that you are solid, that things are going the way that you want to, that you have money to spare, that you have a really solid house. And so this is good. This is really, really good, and you are just cultivating and getting yourself to a place that you feel really, really secure and excited about, and that's July. So keep saving, absolutely. Always remember that it is important to give and receive, so keep that flow going. So even while you're saving, make sure that you do it with gratitude, and you do it while giving something in return. And then we have a message happening in August. So August is a message from the Page of Pentacles, and I love that card because it's just so sweet. Like, look at that little. So the message of the Pentacles, Pentacles, Capricorn. I mean, this is your suit, so it could be. It's not. I don't think you are giving the message. I think you are receiving it. So it could be from a Virgo. It could be from a fellow Capricorn. It could be from a Taurus. Alright, let's see. And we have the Empress down here, so it could be a message from the Empress, because she's a Taurus. And the Empress could be a man or woman. 10 of Chalices. Okay. So somebody wants to really, they see a future with you. And so this is the message of love. This is a message of you complete me. This is happily ever after. You are my happily ever after. It's kind of, yeah, Spirit says it's what you've been waiting for. It's been what you've been waiting to hear, and you're finally hearing it. So it could, it could be as simple as somebody being like, hey, I really like you. I'm so glad I met you. And that just warms your heart. And it could be, hey, I want to marry you. But it warms you to your soul. It's a message of infinite, very clear love, unconditional love. And then in September, we have 3 of Chalices. So, I mean, you could, in a way, like, somebody could propose to you and you get married the next month, because it's like, why wait? And you get to celebrate and, revel in this beauty that you have created and this person who is by your side, and enjoy it. You get to enjoy this celebration. You tell your friends, people come around. But it's definitely a card of celebrating with others, celebrating with friends and family, just dancing in the moonlight. So that's perfect. That's so great. And that is in August. Okay. And September is get back to work. Every sign I think has gotten this card. Get back to work now. You're having fun. It's great. But get back to work. You kind of put some things on hold to enjoy this magical time in your life. And, it could also be, I just want to give you more options. And so, that's my job, is to read these cards and to show you different options that you have in your life. This is September, August. So in July, this message of love, you could be participating in it, in that you are going to somebody's wedding too, and that you are watching somebody, find their happily ever after. And so I do think that some of you guys will be, a small percentage will be that way, but I do feel a lot of you guys are just going to be really comfortable in love. All right, back on track. October, sorry. October is 7 of Pentacles. Get back to work. Focus on details. Make sure that you're cultivating things, watering them appropriately, taking care of your garden, tending to your garden, your spiritual garden, your mental garden, your physical garden. Make sure all your paperwork's done. Make sure you've checked all of your contracts, talk to the right people. This is the time to do the work. November, we have the Page of Swords. So this is another message coming in. Swords are air signs. So that's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Page of Swords can be swift, quick, but also they can deliver the hard messages that no one else can. So this is somebody who says what needs to be said, and sometimes says it in a very abrasive manner that can be kind of hurtful, and it can hurt your feelings, but has a huge grain of truth to it. King of Wands. So that's a fire sign. Fire sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. Spirit says it's a Leo. Which one do you want me to pick? This one. King of Pentacles. Okay, we've got like a little gang going on here. Queen of Pentacles. These are all people. Okay, so what's going on here? Why are there so many people showing up? What's the connection? Okay. November's going to be a doozy. Let's check this out. So when I was looking at this, we pulled all these people. I'm going to do it really quickly, and then I have to set them down because there's just too many. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands. And then we have the Page of Swords. And they're all linked through the Seven of Chalices and the Magician. Okay, so November. November is, yeah, a lot of people coming in and out. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, couple. I feel like that is you and your beloved. You guys are strong together. However, there's a King of Wands who's trying to get into this situation. So somebody wants to be with you or to be with your partner, and is charismatic, is sexy, fun, can, you know, control an entire room with their smile kind of person. And they're trying to connect with you or your partner. And somebody recognizes this and says something to you about it. And that's the Page of Swords. And I don't feel like it's, you know, it's somebody who you can trust, but it's somebody who can be annoying to you. But they call the King of Wands out. They call this third person out, and they tell you, hey, by the way, you need to watch so-and-so. They really care about you, and they're trying to, you know, get with you, or that they're trying to get with your partner. And so with that, it's, you know, these choices. You have a choice, you know, whether to, you know, stick in your relationship or to step out of your relationship or end your relationship. And so all these choices are kind of swirling around, and so this beautiful space that you had is kind of tainted for a minute because you don't know what to choose. You know, you don't know what to do with this information because this person is just is magic, you know, in a way, is can wield themselves in ways that will manipulate you or your partner, and can kind of draw people in a way, can draw them closer to them, and, you know, kind of mold them to what they want in a way. But at the same time, recognize that this relationship that you're in with your queen or your king is also magic and is also deep rooted. And so it's going to be up to you to hold on and weave that relationship stronger so that this third person does not come in and ruin it for you, because they are going to try to take their swords and slice it down, 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 or burn it, because it is, you know, the King of Wands, and that's fire. So they're trying to, you know, burn this union down to ashes. And I really think that, you know, this is really important for you guys to go through, because it will solidify you guys or it will completely break you apart. But either way, in December, you're going to feel okay about whatever the choices are. You know, Six of Chalices. You're enjoying your space. You're sitting in it. You're content with it. You're soaking it in. And even though sometimes it might be a little cold in the water, you are soothed by it. You are soothed by the choices you have made. So I have a feeling that this this third person who's coming in to kind of wreak havoc on your life, you will be able to push away. You'll be able to push aside and stay strong within your own relationship and enjoy where you are. However, if you don't, you will still enjoy the time that you are with yourself in December. Okay, so let's see. Let's call in the angels and see what your angels have to say. What added guidance do you have for my Capricorns in 2017? Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. Heal away addictions. It's time to let go of behaviors that are blocking you from your heart's desire. Ask Archangel Raphael to help you with this healing. So this goes way back to the beginning when we had the tower. When we had the tower in January, you know. So this could be that the tower's breaking down addictions for you, and that is a tough thing, that you're hitting rock bottom. Some of you might be hitting rock bottom, but this could also be a spiritual rock bottom where you're completely tapped out and you're allowing a lot of negativity in. And so now you see that, you know, you have to have a leap of faith. You have to believe in your higher power, your source, your God, to get you through that. And that's what the Eight of Chalices is really saying, is like, step aside in January. Have faith in the greater good and go to it. And then the rest of the year, it just, you know, all kind of trickles together in this beautiful web that you are weaving. And, you know, the only really challenging part I see, like everything else kind of, like your biggest challenge will just be to soak it in and love it. But in November, you're going to have to really stand your ground and find your love and your spirit. Okay, thank you so much, Capricorn. You can get a reading with me by emailing me or finding me on my website, Facebook, or Twitter. And you can also, you can do it that way. And I'll be here all of 2017 for you, doing readings throughout the month. Thank you so much. Love, joy, and blessings.